Hey, what's up, y'all? It is SB the Decoder, okay? Welcome. If you're new, checking in, or just happen to stumble across this video out of curiosity, welcome. So we're looking at the personal themes that could be occurring right now in your life, wherever you are in your journey. Only take what resonates. So I already did a pre-shuffle. We got the silent observer, hoarding, and new career. With the silent observer card, this is definitely you taking an account to everything that has transpired and what does the new things look like for you going forward. How do you want to move? And all of just everything the knowledge that has, been accumulated over through previous seasons, maybe through previous lessons. How does that, taking what you have learned and putting it into action into your current season right now? Then we got holding. You could be holding on to situations longer than you need to. This also could also be holding on to items that you may no longer need. This is creating stagnancy. Road start. Also, I really feel like this is a time where there's a lot of accountability that's being accounted for. So you noticing certain habits, certain people, certain ways that you were so used to moving isn't what's going to help you into going into this next season. Okay. And we also got the new career card. The new career. So for some of you, this could be you starting something new within a business, taking on entrepreneurship, taking on a new job, taking on new responsibilities, even management. I'm also seeing that too. So you could be in a place of going into business or partnership, but a responsibility role. And I'm also seeing too where it's like you had to also depend on a certain routine or maybe even certain substances to get you through. But now you are starting to realize that could be also creating, stagnancy and where you would like to go and where you would like to be. So also I'm seeing you going over certain conversations. You could be reminiscing a little bit about the past. But this isn't necessarily about noticing what went wrong. This is you actually reflecting. This is you reflecting who you used to be and who you are about to become. The person that was so used to being so openly giving, the person that was so used to always being there for everybody, and you struggling to cope, you struggling to even defensive mechanism. I'm also seeing too, like a lot of you could have also, you could have been somebody that really ran away from a lot of things. Maybe this is trauma, or maybe this is different things that you just didn't feel like, or just keeping yourself busy. And you could also be a Capricorn. You don't necessarily have to. You could also be, a Earth sign. But you always kept yourself productive, preoccupied, doing something. Okay, you didn't have idle. It's like you don't have idle time to give. But now you're realizing that you can no longer do that. You have to, at some point, um, be in this stillness as well. I know this is kind of all over the place, but let's get into this a little bit more deeper. Going into the tarot real quick. I know I touched up on a lot of stuff. Let's see what the theme of this season. The theme of this season. This Justice card wanted to fly right on out. We're just gonna take it. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. One more card, Spirit. Okay. And Seven of Cups. Okay, so this is kind of turning into a okay. So I'm getting, this season is about limitless possibilities, limitless options, limitless. All it is now is what's being asked is for you to actually take the initiative. Okay, we got the Justice card, and the Justice is all about fairness and truth and clarity. Cause and effect. Okay, so considering what you may have already done in the past, that is the past, all right? And whether you put in the work for better outcome, for like now, the present, going into the present, you're getting your just due, all right? Clarity is being and I can see now, like, a lot of you kind of like saying like, oh my God, I've been working so hard for this and this is that, and I got nothing to really show for it, which is a lie. That is what we tell ourselves when we work so hard for all that we been working towards, and we don't see the actual proof. We don't see the physical proof of our circumstances physically. We get frustrated, and that's the lie. Sometimes the proof of what you worked so hard for could also be clarity, all right? Could also be truth. Could also be you realizing different things about yourself, or things that could better you depending on your circumstance within friends, family, career, love. But going into this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, all right, this is about without the reward, okay? So going back to what I said about feeling as though that you've worked so hard in the past, or you've done all of these things but don't really have anything to show for it, all right? Seven of Cups. This is limitless opportunities, possibilities, all right, that are being handed to you at this time. What's it going to take is, I feel like what's it's going to take is for you to get out of your head. Yes. So we got the death card. Death card is all about endings, transformations. So this is you changing your mindset up a bit. Um, this is you going within this transformation, even if you don't feel like you have all the answers. All right, they're not gonna come all in one big old package wrapped up with a bow. All right, don't always happen like that. Gradually, you may receive, you know, that clarity or that reward or whatever that you're looking for. That's going to help better you. Um, get 2 more cards. So yeah, this is a season of limitless possibilities. Limitless possibilities. Limitless possibilities. All right, the Knight of Swords. Let's get more clarity on that. And the Page of Cups. So I feel like okay, we already talked about getting out of your head and eliminating illusions. Illusions that don't serve you, illusions that you've been telling yourself for the longest. Where you feel like you're not good enough, or you feel like you're not ready to put out this project, or you feel like you are, you know, stuck at a job and you can't seem to really get out of, or a situation, relationships. Definitely with this death card, this is changing. Now with this King of Swords here, this is about inner truth. So you realizing your inner power, your inner strength, your inner warrior, okay? With this Page of Cups, I'm definitely getting like there's something that you have to reconnect with. This could also be, you know, something within your childhood, a creative endeavor, or maybe inner child healing as well too. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get my deck because I see what this is going into. This was gonna be very short, but we in it now. So connecting with this Page of Cups, what is it that for this season it's asking you to do? Let's look at this season. The collective. Limitless possibilities. So yeah. Okay, so we got emotional residue, physical spaces, nervous system, sacred sensed or influenced by sensed or influenced by others, boundaries, recalibration needed. All right, and then we got comfort, eating. I'm depressed, I'm eat out of comfort or to feel better. And we got one more. Let's get one more. So, you know, as you go into new seasons, it is required that you have some time to recalibrate. All right. So, this is so that your nervous system has some time to get realigned, you know? Get realigned to like the physical space. Now we got the crown chakra, white candle, truth, peace, spiritual expansion. Cover your head. So might be a great time to do that as well. Also read Psalms 115 for mental clarity. So yeah, this is a season that limitless possibilities, but also you have to learn how to when to pull back and when to um, recalibrate for the sake of your nervous system, and also realizing previous habits, observing how you used to move and how you would like to move going forward into this season of limitless possibility. All right, Justice card. Okay, going back to that, Seven of Cups. So don't get discouraged whether because you don't see the proof now in the physical. It's all catching up. You just have to remain present and to be aware of your body and your mind at this time. So pay attention to that. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed. This was a great reading. And yeah, I look forward to the next one.